What's going on, everybody? Rob here, Trev2323, TREV2323. I know I'm not dressed properly here, but heck, I'm home. It's Sunday. This thing sat here for a week. I see my grandbaby. He's going to be coming over here and make his YouTube debut probably because he's going to help Grandpa open this up. He's smiling. Either way, this is the Maxi Climber. I've been debating so much over the Maxi Climber and the Versa Climber, man. I've been going back and forth, back and forth. I like the quality of that Versa Climber. It looks really nice. It does take up a lot more space than this. But this, I mean, the difference in price has really got me because, you know, I got a treadmill in the basement. It's in the basement. I mean, I really rarely ever use a treadmill. So I'm by my radiator. My house is 110 years old. And this right here is actually where it's going to be right here. I can see the TV right there. I got outlets right here if I want to put my headset on or an iPad in front of it. So this right here is the Maxi Climber, and this right here is just going to be the unboxing right here because I want to put my Speedos, or what were those back in the 80s, my biker shorts on when I'm going to start doing it because you can see my glutes. Either way, this right here, when you get it in, we ordered it through Amazon. This thing is heavy as heck. I mean, it's pretty heavy. My wife brought it in, but she just put it on the floor. She just slid it because I was at work when the guy brought it in. But I wanted to try to use these before my grandbaby came over here. I don't know if it's together or not, so that's why I'm kind of doing this YouTube video, so you can find out also if it is together or not. Watch him, don't let him touch that table. I know he sees the camera. He likes the camera. My grandbaby's going to be a YouTuber, future YouTuber. Okay. Ooh-wee. Let me get over here. Flip this up so you can see everything right here. Okay, so it is not together, apparently. So we're going to actually have to add another video of putting your Versa Climber together. I tell everybody also, start a YouTube channel. Start a YouTube channel. Look for my yearly review. I always do a yearly review on YouTube. And with the yearly review, it's my earnings for the year. So right now, the most in 1 month I make was $350, but my average right now is about $325, between $325 and $350. They do send you a tool with it. Here's some bolts, and here's a menu for it and everything. Like the food menu and what you're supposed to eat. And the funny thing is, if you notice here, let me get that box out of the way. It's right next to my zero gravity chair that I use pretty often also, so that's not kind of healthy either. But okay, it is zip tied, so we are going to need to use the scissors again here, wherever I put them. This is going to be the feet, and with the feet I was looking because I thought these were going to be rubber. It would have made more sense for them to put rubber feet, but the feet are actually plastic. So you will need to put a rubber mat on it because, of course, you're not going to want it to scratch your floor. Okay, let's see what else we got here. This is another one of the feet right here that we're going to have to screw on. Okay. I'm glad that I'm facing the camera this way because my sweatpants are going back in the back as I'm bending over all the time. Okay. Let's see what we got here. One of the set of handles, you're going to have to screw these on. Oh, these actually just got little buttons, so you slide them in and click them. Okay, and then let me get this all off of here. I don't want to drop it on myself. This dang thing is heavy. Okay. So here we go right here. Let me grab the scissors again. When I opened it up in the box was right side up, but this was actually upside down in the box. So let me do the bottom first. And then the top. This seems like it's two separate pieces that are just zip tied together. Okay, these are the arm pieces that go up and down. And these actually got the little push buttons also, so you're just going to slide these in place. You know I'm the king of wings, so I might put it together real fast. Or some of it together. Alright, these apparently are the feet pedals that flip out. So those flipped out. There's another zip tie at the bottom. Right here. Okay. So this is the pin. This is the locking pin that holds it closed, so I know that much of it. Okay, so I have to, I guess, put this right here for now. Okay, let's see what else we got here. The cables are not attached yet because the cables are right here. Let's see if this goes up. Okay, so this does go up, and then it should have something to slide that little piece into. Left and right, I see that. So, oh, okay, it slides into here for your height. Okay, if you can see right here, it just slides in and clicks in, so you can adjust it for the height. So let me open this up right here. Where did I put the scissors at? Oh, right there. Okay. I'll get this right here. And the arms are marked left and right. Instead of my grandson doing his YouTube debut, my dog's doing her YouTube debut, but she's been in my videos before. Okay, so these are the arm bands that it comes with. Not the arm bands, but the arm pieces. And they're marked left and right, so you know which one it goes into. So the only really screw pieces that you got to put on here is you got to screw the front legs and the back legs together. Okay, so this right here would be the left, and this right here is the left. Now this right here is for the height. The button, so you push the button in, and it should pop out right there in the first one. And then, my grandbaby's looking, you wonder what it is. So here's the, I was going to do a different thing of putting it together, but it's going together pretty easy. So here's the next one, that you push the button. Bam, locks in right there. I guess I shouldn't have it too high because I don't got the legs in yet, but I can always close it up and lay it down. Now this, okay, this is another thing that's going to have to be screwed in. The bolt's back there, so when you pull this up right here, you got to take the nut off. I can do that right now. There's a nut in the back, and you'll see it because it's only a little bit screwed on. I gotta get the pliers anyways because I gotta put on the other two legs. But really, this is super simple to put together. Like I told you, I'm a jack of all trades, master of none. So I gotta screw that in because it is a non-slip nut. Okay, so that's really high, so you don't realize how high you're gonna be off this machine. You can't even see the top of the handles in there, right? Alright, now these are the other handles, and they really got snapping things also. So these right here got the little push buttons. Just pop them in place right there. So this way, if you just want to hold on to these and do the leg pieces. But I just really didn't realize how high you were going to be on this thing right here. It says it holds up to 240 pounds. Okay, so you see it's wobbly because I don't got the legs on yet. So these right here I'm going to have to put on. There's a bigger one and a smaller one. Okay, so I would venture to say they go like that, but I don't think they'd go back. I'd venture to say they go like this. But it would take up more room, but I feel it'll be more stable with a wider base. So I will have to take a look at that. But those get screwed in right there. There's only 4 sets of screws that you got to put in here. You see my grandbaby with his maraca? Because I have all kind of instruments for him to play with, all the instruments. Okay, so that gets screwed in right there, and that gets screwed in right there. And there's only four bolts that you got to put on it, and tighten the one bolt to tighten up the cable, and then the 4 bolts for the feet, which they put in this food package right here. And they actually send you a wrench to put it together with. With the wrenches with the menu. So you don't even need to purchase any tools because there literally is just 4 bolts and they send you the wrench. 4 bolts and the wrench, and the bolts go through right here to bolt on. Okay, so you know me, jack of all trades, master of none. They give you this tool to put it together, but my wife always spoils me, so I got the little socket set. It's a $23 socket set. My wife always finds the best deals. She found it for $13 at Ace Hardware. or $10 actually, $10 for Ace Hardware. So the little bolts on there are 13mm bolts, but if you got a socket set, it's a 13mm socket, and it's a lot better than doing this. Another thing that I'm glad I noticed, my grandbaby's here helping me with my socket set right now. Before you get on it, what I forgot is, let me see, Mooney. The pole across the bottom right here is standing up in between here. So when you pull the clip out, make sure you put this pole across the bottom. Otherwise, you're going to bust your stuff. You're just going to fall right over. So I'm glad that I noticed that. Now, let me see. Pa. Now, this right here, the height you're going to have to adjust. But I want to get on it the first time, but I don't want to follow my grandbaby. So if I step on that one, I could actually reach this piece. And I guess you should have gym shoes on. You step on this one. Wow, that's kind of high. Okay, now this is fully extended. I don't know if you can see me, but this is way too tall for me. I'm actually a pretty tall guy, if you could see. So that was a joke right there. I'm only 5'3". I didn't feel comfortable with that, so I'm gonna move these down, switch the opposite, and move that down to see if I can reach it a little bit better. Let me see, Mooney. I still think the stretch is kind of high for me, so I'm going to try one more. Lower it down, and that's how easy it is to adjust. Alright, here I'm going in a bit too, Grandpa. This right here, and that's better for me. Okay. I didn't set no timer on it or nothing like that, but that's going to be one hell of a workout. They say don't let it hit the bottom, so I'm going to have to try to get used to it some. But when I start a workout on it, I will show you and we'll go from there. Alright? Thanks for watching.